This is going to be the vehicle who was just driving by my house, who decided to park. Five RMT 573.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm from the U.S. Census. I'm verifying addresses for the upcoming 2020 census.
All right.
Yeah, so
Is there
that's
any? But okay, no, you're wonderful. I was just hoping that maybe since you are involved with stuff like that,
Yeah.
maybe you can point me in the right direction, because obviously I'm concerned if I'm coming out here. I've been harassed and discriminated against by the public school systems and singled out based on my appearance.
Oh wow.
I've been gathering multiple documentation on my phone via video, like I am now. So just so you're aware, I am recording live.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if maybe if I was able to share a YouTube page with you, if maybe you as just a regular citizen could just look into it and just see if maybe I'm being harassed, discriminated, or if you see anything out of the unusual that goes on there. Because long story short, I drop my kids off every day.
Oh wow.
I stay in my vehicle. I choose to not speak to anybody, and I have honor roll students.
Right.
If my kids don't cause a problem, and I made it real clear to every staff member, do not contact me unless my kids create a problem, are in trouble, or are hurt. And ever since I've done that, they've done nothing but aggressively pursue me with threats. I have multiple emails where they threaten to kick my children out of school. They threaten to kick me off of school grounds personally. They claim that they have multiple parents who make complaints about me being a threat to the public schools, but all these complaints are contradicted by the evidence that I've gathered on my video, because both of those parents are the same parents who were flipping me off, chasing me down to Don Pedro Market, which I filmed everything, including me telling my daughters while we were being chased, in a situation like this, we don't go home, we go to a public setting, you know, trying to be the positive role model that I'm supposed to be. And they're basically discriminating because of my looks and because of the fact that I just don't want to associate with you guys.
Wow.
There's no problems that I'm committing, there's nothing that's doing wrong, and if there's a concern of another parent, maybe as a principal, you should address those parents and say, Mr. Miller's done nothing wrong.
Right. Yeah.
But here's the problem: is I even have a 20-minute phone conversation with the principal on my YouTube page where he contradicts himself multiple times, threatens to kick me off school grounds, and can't give a reasonable cause for his suspicion of any of this. It basically shows on film him not being able to have the competence to do his job and carry out the duties. Simple infractions such as him making parents block a crosswalk. I'm a lifted truck.
Wait, what?
I'm in a lifted truck. He wants me to pull all the way up to the crosswalk. California state law, 15 to 20 feet from the crosswalk, correct?
Right.
And he wants me to pull all the way up. I have on video yesterday when I picked up my kid that he was letting other children walk and go to their cars. I'm disabled, sir.
Yeah.
My wife was with me. We got everything on video. They allowed other students to walk, but when it came time for my kids, I was literally from here to that white marker right there away. And the lady put her hands out like this and restricted my children from coming towards me. And then her claim was child safety. She didn't want to get it smashed by a car. I purposely recorded that I was the last car in line.
Yeah.
There was nobody in front of me, or excuse me, behind me.
Right.
And then the other day before that, I recorded for a reason. The last cars in line did the same thing I was doing that day, and they let their kids walk to them. So that's my point: is you can't one-sided. If you enforce for one, you enforce for all, or you,
They're just pointing you out.
that's my point, and I have nobody to stand up for me.
Sounds to me, yeah, that, wow. man.
And I'm concerned, and I'm just trying to reach out to anybody who's just a concerned citizen, or anybody that works for any type of public service or any type of public official that might know the right lawyer I need to contact, or anything, because I've contacted the sheriff. And I talked straight to the sergeant, Joe Williams, and he's supposed to be calling me this morning to come by my house, but again, he hasn't done anything, so I was hoping maybe you were...
How long has this been occurring?
2 years. Ever since the first... Here's what happened, I even have it on video of the principal calling, because I called him out. I said, look, your main problem with me is the first time you tried to interact with me, I shut you down. Every day I mind my own business, I sit in my car parked legally, I don't break the laws, and I don't put no one's safety at risk. You took it upon yourself one day while I was sitting out in front to knock on my window. I took it upon myself to roll my window down this much and say, is there something I can help you with? You got flustered, you didn't like that, you stuttered and said, I just want to let you know your kids are doing a great job. My response was, wonderful, sir, you have a great day, and I rolled up my window. He was left flabbergasted and not knowing what to do. So ever since that day, he started singling me out and treating me differently. And it's all documented And it's like, I don't know what to do, because I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to do everything right. I'm trying to do everything legal. I'm not trying to be what you expect me to be or what you want me to be. I mean,
And it's just because you're tattooed. So
Yes.
like that.
And they say that I create hostile situations.
Wow.
It doesn't get any more hostile than what you've created by my video. My daughter was sexually assaulted at school by another student who had already been kicked out of another school for doing similar things. So when I walked in the office, the first thing I said when they said, "Is there something I can help you with?" I said, "Yes, can you get the sheriff here, please?" And I said it just like this. The principal comes out and goes, "Would you like to come into my office and discuss this?" First of all, you're a public servant. I made a demand. You comply. Because obviously if I say the sheriff needs to be here,
It's for a reason.
so I had to say it again. He kept insisting, putting pressure on me to come in his office and talk to him. I don't have to. So I had to keep escalating my tone and my voice until finally I said, "Look, if you..."
Take it serious, yeah.
Yes, and they have it on paper. I have it right here. I can show you the letter that they sent, which according to district policy, you're not allowed to send people to my home unannounced for any reason without prior consent. Well, they came to my house to deliver this letter where they're complaining about that day when my daughter was sexually assaulted. Well, I'd like to see the allegations in writing, and I'd like to actually have a meeting where we can discuss this so we can come to a conclusion, because nothing has been come to a conclusion. These are all assumptions, accusations, not backed by fact.
Yeah, they're escalating the situation, yeah.
And all they have to do, because I have all this video, and my point is I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm not trying to be anything. This can all go away and I can stop, but I don't have to, because I have the constitutional right to record within my vehicle.
Yeah, you do.
And if a parent doesn't like it and complains to the school needs to step in and say, he has the constitutional right to do that. I'm sorry, but now you getting out of line is unacceptable. You're about to be punished. They're not willing to do that. And this is what I go through every day. And I'm about to go pick up my daughters from school at 2:30. I go wait in the line. And I'm honestly scared again that I'm going to be harassed by the sheriff or the principal.
Especially when you have your kids with you. It's like, these people act like the way they do to you, they're not going to care.
And that's why I document everything, and I'm just trying to get it out there.
Kids get bullied because of that?
No, see, that's what's funny is my kids, we left Modesto because of bullying. We moved up and we love the school. My kids are honor roll students. My daughter plays on the volleyball team. She goes to all the dances. My other daughter, who's 10 years old, she reads over 1,000 pages every day. Their teachers have nothing but positive things to say about them. They're doing great. We have functions here at the house. All the kids want to come over and hang out. Like, we have, you know, the people.
You don't talk to your other parents? You don't like...
I do talk to certain individuals, but I do not, like the parents where their kids come over. Hey, how's it going? You know, we keep it real short and simple. I'm here for the kids. You're here for the kids. If you choose to hang out and we drink a beer or we bullshit on the porch, whatever it is we do, that's up to us. But if we also choose to just leave it at, hey, our kids like each other. Hey, Mr. Smith. All right, they're safe here. If you have any questions, call me. That's that two-way respect that I get from other parents because they understand I'm disabled.
There's just certain parents that do that to you?
Well, the parents who I communicate with, I make it real clear I'm disabled. I tell them, hey, look, I'm disabled, so sometimes you need to have a little bit more compassion and patience when dealing with people like me, a little bit more sensitivity. And if you can't do that, then I think that it's best that we end all contact now because it's very, very unpositive scenarios that can result from that versus positivity. Exactly. You don't know that I've been held hostage, beaten, that all my fingers have been broken individually. You don't know about my PTSD. You don't know about anything. And when I bring that up, the first thing people do is say, oh, were you military? And it's like, well, if I say yes, then I get treated a different way. If I say no, I get treated a different way.
They assume something else.
And then they see tattoos and they say, oh, they see this, they see my skin color, they see the way that I just choose to not talk to certain individuals. Am I hard to talk to?
No, you're easy, man. You're cool. I don't know.
I really appreciate this.
It's just that people, they jump to conclusions. Like, they just see what they see and they discriminate right away. They just, you know?
And me, I didn't want to jump to conclusions, so what was the first thing I do? I come over here and I ask a question. Because there's nothing wrong with a simple conversation, and you had the right to say, look, sir, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be recorded. And I would have, out of respect, turned it off, packed it up, and went home. But the fact that you chose to engage in this conversation is just like with the first day with the principal. He knocked on my window. I chose to say, look, bro. And he's called me 3-4 times, and I've answered the phone and said, look, have my kids done anything wrong?
Right, exactly. So why you...
And he wants to keep setting up meetings. He keeps harassing me to try to set up meetings to talk to him. Look, sir, I don't want to talk to you. You already sent, after he sent that letter with the Mariposa County Sheriff and a probation officer and their school resource officer. They all came up to my house, armed with guns, handed me a letter. I told them, okay, is this it? Have a great day. They took off my property. The very next day, I caught the lady hanging out in front of my neighbor's house.
What?
Right in the middle of the road.
Talk to your neighbor, see
The
what
probate, no, they parked in front of the house because they were planning to come to my house. I parked my pickup truck in my driveway to block my driveway. They couldn't make entry.
Oh, okay, I see.
So they come around, they park at the end of my driveway, and I meet them down there and I say, excuse me, ma'am, is there something I can help you with? I just wanted to see if we could have a conversation. No, thank you. Have a great day. You're trespassing. Please stay off my property and refrain from having any contact with me. 5 minutes later, she sends me a text message, which I can show you. Everything I speak, I have backed by fact.
Good, that's good you do.
And the text message is her starting out by saying, I do apologize for showing up to your house unannounced. That's against district policy. Is that not a form of harassment when you show up with a gun to try to intimidate me to comply?
Or something like that, yeah.
I mean,
You can argue that, yeah, there's an argument for that. There is. Put it that way, there is.
Because that's how I feel. I feel attacked. If I have to come out here and approach you because I don't even feel safe at my house.
Yeah, what's that about? Yeah.
I mean, this is, I'm about to go to the hospital because of the stress.
Yeah, because your PTSD is at a certain level. It's just that when you see things like that, they're like.
When I feel attacked, if I was to be sitting here right now and a car boxed me in here and a car boxed me in here, like what happened at the school on September 20th, 2019, which I have documented, and the principal, I approached him and his conclusion or his way of resolving it was to go after the car in front of me that was parked illegally and not to enforce the 6 cars parked behind me that were parked illegally when I directly said my problem is not with the Subaru parked legally. It's the people behind me who boxed me in. Oh, well, I can get you to do one of these and I can direct you out. Well, first of all, I shouldn't have to. This is your parking lot. You should be the one to take control.
It's organized better, yeah.
I don't feel like putting the children at risk by doing one of these 12-point turns to get out of a parking lot that you can't control. You're trying to put everything back on me and make me look like the bad guy.
Right. It sounds like you gotta reach out to like a big attorney. I don't think, because these are small towns right here, huh? You're gonna have to go outside of this place and actually go, because who knows, they probably know each other.
They do, and I have no problem with that. So I would love for them to all know each other.
So you're gonna have to go like to like the big city, like Modesto or something.
Oh, I was thinking just maybe Sacramento.
So even better.
And bring like maybe a news crew.
Yeah, I think that those any law firm there, I think will have the experience.
Because that's why I'm hoping by posting all these videos on YouTube, because I'm disabled, I don't know how to call these people. I don't know how to talk to these people. I get poor service out here, so my phone cuts out. So that's why I'm hoping that through YouTube, someone can watch these videos, maybe tag someone, send it to someone, spam out a bunch of attorneys and say, hey, because I can't, I'm honest, I can't do this myself and I need help. And, you know, all I can do is ask for help. All people can do is either help or not help, give me, you know, opinions or hey, maybe someone can come along and say, hey, bro, this is not what you're supposed to do. Give me an idea.
Why you just single him out? Yeah.
I mean, I've got the superintendent's number. He won't return any of my phone calls.
Right, because all your kids are looking at that. It's like, is my dad a bad guy? Does his tattoo make him the bad guy? Like,
oh no, my kids know. My kids know. We have.
Still, they see that. It's like, you know, they're barely at that age where they're really noticing things.
Yes.
And that's not right.
And I make it real clear to my kids, are you being treated different at school? Because I sure hope not.
That's important.
And they're not. And that's why I love this school. Is because they are not going after my kids, but they're attacking me, which is a little bit more fearful. Why are you attacking me? Leave me alone. I park legally. I stay in my car.
All you do is just go drop off your kids and pick up your kids.
Are you afraid of a camera?
No, I'm not.
Because you know you're doing nothing wrong.
Right, exactly. I'm not doing nothing
I live my life 24/7 like I'm constantly being video recorded.
Wow.
And I have this little thing called integrity, which isn't passed on to people. And I encourage everybody to just practice the art of pretending like you're constantly being recorded, because then in every situation you will act like a man or a woman.
Right.
You will handle every situation without overreacting, and you will detach emotion and personal vendettas so you can get to the root of it.
Right. That's good. That's a good way you put it, yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm confused on what I'm doing wrong.
I don't think you're doing nothing wrong. It's just that people are, yeah, like you said, they're afraid of being recorded. They're afraid of, because they, I guess, well, how can I say, they feel like they're the authority, the big authority, and then you should, like, you know, be fearful of them.
It's respect,
but when you
bro.
come with a camera, you're loaded with a weapon. That they're like they're
It's
fearful of.
respect. I don't
Yeah.
care if you're the lieutenant. I don't care if you're the captain. I don't care who you are. It's respect, bro. Like, I respect you. If you fell out right now with heart pains and chest pains, I'm going to get out of my car and I'm going to do everything I can to help you,
Appreciate
brother.
that, yeah.
And I would expect the same respect from everybody else, no
Exactly,
matter
yeah.
what personal problems we have. I have this crazy ability to detach emotion to where even if you're my worst enemy and we're having the worst argument ever, I can stop and I can say, is this argument worth more than anybody's life? If you were to drop dead in front of me, would this conversation hold any relevance?
Right.
Because if the answer is no, then I don't even need to engage in conversation with you. I don't need to be in your presence, and I have the right to disengage at any point in time. But if the answer is yes, I'm going to be there to help you because I can put this conversation aside and be human and humane about things and say, no, you are a human being.
Right.
You have family.
Right. You gotta think. Yeah. You gotta think outside the box.
I mean,
yeah. Man, that's crazy, dude. I feel for you, dude, because that's not a way to live a life like that. It's like every single day, man. That's crazy, bro.
and it's only been getting worse.
Wow. How long you have living here?
I've been living here this is the second year that my daughter's been going to school, so I want to say about 2 years, a year and a half. I mean, my daughter's in 8th grade, so I want to say she's been dealing with it since 6th grade. And I had long hair where my tattoos were covered.
Yeah.
They never gave me no shit.
But
No shit.
Now that they're looking at all that, wow.
What was your name? I'm sorry. I'm
Raymond.
Josh.
Raymond, by the
I'm
way.
Josh Miller.
Josh Miller, my name's Raymond.
Raymond, I really
Yeah.
appreciate you having this conversation.
We're verifying addresses all over the area for the 2020 census that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now, because we live in rural area, so it's kind of hard to get
New
out
houses
here.
popping up and
I'm
shit.
driving from all the way from Sonora right now. Yeah, just to come through, and I got about 5 different assignments I have to do around here by 3 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, we're out here. We're at TV10 right now.
Hey.
You know, this whole place.
And you just
counting-
go around and inventory?
Yeah, just verifying address, making sure there's no like other construction, or if anybody's living in like sometimes they have trailers parked and people are living out of there. So I have to say that's an extra living quarters,
Okay.
just to get the right count, because we're gonna start mailing out forms for people to fill out.
Okay.
So,
Is there anything I'm in violation of that I need to fix?
No. We don't report nothing. There's just our records.
No, because I'm real open. I'm more of a, hey, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know so I can fix it.
Right. No, we're just busy, just easy, just verifying. That's
Okay.
it. 'Cause this is the first time we're actually using computers, and so we got the database from the counties,
Okay.
but sometimes they're not updated.
Oh shit! And then out here, reception with Wi-Fi and all that, and then with service. Good luck with that
Yeah,
computer.
I know. I seen it. It's not giving me the right location, so right now I'm looking for an address, and I can't find it. I'm trying to Google it, and there's no service on Google. So
What phone company you got?
Verizon.
That's what I got, and I swear, if I'm standing in my garage, I get 1 bar. I go to my front room, I get
Oh,
no
yeah,
bars.
like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess AT&T finally put up better towers, and one of my buddies came up with AT&T. He had full reception all on my
Dude.
property.
I also got T-Mobile, but no service.
No shit. Isn't that a sister branch of AT&T?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're gonna merge or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, they're just gonna do that or something. Yeah.
Wow.
But on Verizon, I got one.
Wow.
I got one. So
Well, hey, is there any way that I can? I'm not real technology advanced, but how do I give you my YouTube page just in case you would
yeah,
like
just
to
write
check it out?
I'll check it out.